And when you're in this place, you have to just learn to look at your environments and realize that your environment has the capacity to prophesy to you. Every day when I wake up, and my eyes open, I look at the ceiling, the ceilings immediately prophesies to me, says, aim high. Even if you're outdoors, look at the sky, it's saying the sky is the limit. Let your atmosphere, let the place where God has placed you prophesy to you. It ought to prophesy to you. You look up at your ceiling and say, you know what? Aim high, aim high, aim high, aim high. It ought to just prophesy to you. I mean, every time when I wake up and I look, I've got a ceiling fan in the room. I look at the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan says to me immediately, it's prophesying to me, telling me, keep your cool. Because you're going to run into some people today that's going to try you. You're going to run into some circumstances and some situation, and I'm looking at that ceiling fan. El abanico. I'm looking at the ceiling fan, and that ceiling fan reminds me, keep you cool, stay cool, because you're going to run into some folks that will try your patience today. You're going to look at some joy robbers. Some of them are going to be planted along your journey today, but I remember that ceiling fan, stay cool, because if the devil can get you to lose your cool, he can get you to lose your ability to think sensibly. And when you start losing, have you ever noticed when people get mad, they become irrational? They do stupid stuff that doesn't even make sense. And then they want you to agree with that insanity. And so I just remember the ceiling fan. Keep you cool. Keep it. I want to give you some little keys that will allow you to help your atmosphere to prophesy to you. Look at the ceiling. Aim high. Look at my ceiling fan. Keep you cool. I look at the window. The window reminds me that this thing is not all about me. That there's a world out there to experience. There are other people to love. This thing is about being able to see through something, to see a world that's bigger than the context of where I am. So there's a way out. You need to be able to see out. So my window tells me that there's a world out there that has something to offer to me, and that I have something to offer to the world. Why would God show you something that has nothing to do with you? If he shows it to you, I don't care if it's just for you to pray about it. It has something to do with you if God is giving you a window of opportunity that he has opened unto you. So there's something that he has there. And then when I think about even the mirror, I go into the mirror, in the bathroom in the mirror. See, your atmosphere ought to prophesy to you. You go into a bathroom, the bathroom is prophesying. It says, you know what to do. Your bathroom, anybody ever gone into a bathroom and then tried to find some instructions? The atmosphere is prophesying to you. It's saying, you know what to do. You know what to do. My brothers and I were just in Japan a couple of weeks ago. They walked into the bathrooms in their room. They were all amazed because as soon as they walked into the dark bathroom, a light cut on around the toilet and the toilet seat went up. The atmosphere was prophesying, saying, you know what to do. But you see, the mirror reminds me to reflect before I act. Reflect before I act. Reflection turns experience into insight. Don't just live life forward. Reflection turns experience into insight. So you have to spend time reflecting over what just happened. You have an argument. Reflect on that thing so that you can circumvent it the next time. What just happened? What did I do to cause this? Or if I notice that this person is in this kind of mood, I just need to back away, give them some space and let me have some space, and so we don't kill each other. You have to have reflection to say, you know what? I want to figure out whatever happened that precipitated that fight. I want to figure out how do I avoid this in the future. Reflection turns experience into insight. When I look at my bed, it reminds me that I have to rest in the Lord, that I have to be renewed, that there's a time to be able to cease from your struggles, cease from your labor, and to just rest in him. My desk reminds me to study hard. The light reminds me that without God's illumination, that we are all in darkness. God is the light. God is light. My clock says to me on the wall, it says, be cautious of how you spend your time. You'll be surprised how many things in your atmosphere are prophesying to you. My door says to me that not everything that's designed for you is already open. It says that some opportunities that you're going to have to knock and it shall be open unto you. That not every place that God intends for you to go is already an open door. Sometimes you're going to have to knock. for those opportunities, and then it will be open to you. And then when I think about the carpet on my floor, it reminds me to kneel and pray that out of everything else that has been done, if I dream big, if I work hard, if I stay focused, and even if I surround myself with good people, that I've got to believe for the God factor in my life to be able to make all of this stuff come together, because God is bringing me into my Zarephath moment. This is a smelting place. It was a Phoenician city on the coast, a place where things were traded back and forth, and God brought these different metal smiths together. It was a smelting place where refiners did their work. And God is saying that I'm bringing you to a place of refinement. And I'm going to let you learn and glean from everything that you've been to in your past. And I'm just telling you, you're going to have to spend some carpet time where you're on your knees before God, because this thing is not by might nor by power, but it's by my Spirit. Because your drought is ending. I'm just telling you as a prophet of the Lord that the season that you're in is changing. And some of you, that God at times, He tolerated your foolishness, but you're growing out of that mess now. It's time to grow up. Listen, it's time for you to put away some childish things. There's some foolishness from the previous season that you are not destined to take into this next season. It's time to put it away consciously and intentionally, to put it away. But you got to do that with the power of God that comes, that you draw strength from His character while you're on your knees, in communion and in fellowship with God, because your season is changing. Your season is changing. The drought is ending. The drought is ending. The drought is ending, and God is sending rain. Well, He's raining on your fields. I'm just telling you, it is this time now where God is opening up the floodgates. He's opening up the floodgates. Some of you have been through a dry spell in your life. You've gone through some difficult times. You've wondered why even in my prayer time I've been so dry. You've gone through a dry period. You've gone through a time of depression. You've gone through times of being in financial straits. You've gone through times of where every relationship that you've touched has gone sour. And it's been a real drought in your life, that everything that you tried to make work dried up. Everything that you tried to produce came to nothing. But that's such good news that the drought is ending. The drought is ending. The drought is ending, because in the very next chapter, the 18th chapter of 1 Kings, that's when the drought ended after 3.5 years. And we've been in a drought in America since about 2008. We're coming out. That season is ending. That season is ending. But this is more specific for the body of Christ. The prophetic things that I've been hearing in my own spirit, and even from the mouths of other prophets and apostles, is that this one will be for the body of Christ. That there's a prosperity that God is bringing to the body of Christ. To the body of Christ. I'm just telling you, it's a divine word that this is a season, because God's not going to let you stay in a season too long to where you die in a season that you were designed to be promoted from. You learn from that season. You were tempered by that season. And there are some times that as He prepares a vessel, that He puts you in a hot, dry place to get your clay done. He wanted to get your clay down, and so He puts you in a hot, dry place, because He was fashioning you as a vessel. And God has put something in the vessel. And until your clay has been made right, you get around stuff, and when your clay has not hardened, you conform to the environment around you and the pressure that other people put on you. But when you've been in a kiln, in a hot, dry place, it has made you rigid, to where you take on God's shape that the master potter put in you. And no matter what environment that you get into, you don't take on the shape of that environment. You're God's vessel. You don't lose your identity. If I have to start sleeping in the garage, it's not going to make me become confused and thinking that I'm an automobile. Because he's already set the shape of my vessel. He's already given me identity. It doesn't matter where I am. It matters whose I am. And I'm just telling you, he's fashioned some things. But your drought is ending. This is a prophetic time. Your drought is ending. It's time to dream big for this next season. He's got some stuff that he wants to get ready in your life. In your life.